So, you have finally built your Node.js application. But how do you share it with the world? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can deploy your Node.js application to GCP App Engine in a matter of minutes. Let's get started. First, we would need to create a GCP account and install the gcloud CLI. Feel free to go ahead and skip this step if already done. Head over to Google and search GCP and select the first result. Go ahead and create an account. You would get $300 as free credits when you do so. Once the account has been created, Google will give you a project by default. Now, let's install the gcloud CLI. Search GCP CLI on Google and click the first link. Click on the Install Google CLI on the sidebar. Now, choose the operating system you are on and follow the instructions to install. I will be showing the installation for macOS now. All these links are available in the description below. I have the Intel based macOS, so I'm choosing that. But if you have the Silicon based, then choose the one below. Once it downloads, unzip the file. I like putting all my installations in the software folder, so let me just move that here. Alright, so now let's set this up. Let's head back to the installation document and see what we need to do. Okay, so we have already extracted the file, so this is good. I now need to run this command in my terminal to set it up. Alright, so let me fire up my terminal. Let's make this a bit bigger. Yeah, perfect. We need to ensure that we are in the right directory. So cd software and just paste the command we copied earlier and hit enter. So let's go through the CLI setup. Do you want to improve Google Cloud CLI? I'm going to say no to this. So N enter. Modify path, yes. I'll just leave this at the default and hit enter. So I don't have Python installed. So yes, I want to install that. So alright, this will take some time. So let's come back when it's done. So we have installed Google Cloud CLI. Let's configure this. Run gcloud init. You must log in to continue. I am going to say yes to that. So let's connect with our GCP account and proceed. Done. We are now authenticated with CLI. Now we must select a project to continue. Just enter the number corresponding to the project you would like to continue with and hit enter. I'm going to do 6. Do you want to configure a default compute region? No. And we are done. The CLI is now successfully set up. Let's head over to GCP page and enable App Engine for our project. On the homepage of Google Cloud, click on Console. Ensure you're on the right project. My project's name is UVTech. Now, on the search bar, search for App Engine API. Scroll down and select this option. Ensure that the API is enabled. If not, then you can click on the Enable API button and enable it. Now, App Engine is available for our project. Before we go any further, let me talk a bit about App Engine. So, Google App Engine is a powerful and flexible platform that allows developers to build and deploy web applications quickly and easily, while also providing the reliability and scalability needed to handle large traffic and user loads. So basically, App Engine allows developers to quickly deploy the application and not worry too much about the necessary infrastructure to handle deployment and scale the application as and when required, because these things are taken care of by the App Engine automatically. Apart from this, App Engine provides other features such as load balancing, data storage, and security. So let's move on to deploying the Node application now. Here I have a basic Node app using the Express framework running on port 8080. The link for this repository will be in the description below. Let's write the config file. Let me collapse this. In the root of your directory, create a file name app.yaml. Let's look at the documentation for the configuration file at GCP. Again, you can find the link below. So as you can see, GCP has already provided us with a sample file. Also, in the table shown, there are other configurations present as well. You can set up envs, have default expiration, set an entry point, and a lot more. Now we will quickly write up a basic configuration file to deploy the application. First, we start with the runtime. The runtime I'm using is Node.js 18. Next, we would need to give a name for our service. The first app engine service must be named default, so that's what we are going with. Now we need to define the handler, which will let the app engine know how to deal with the requests. So we will add the first block, hit tab to indent this. Enter URL with slash dot star. This means all the routes we would be using this configuration. Secure always. Don't forget to indent this as well. Redirect response code 301. Script auto. What we have till now is good enough to serve the basic Express server. However, if your application uses WebSockets, then you may face problems. So let's add a small block to handle that as well. Network, add an indent, forwarded ports, port 65080, instance tag WebSocket. That's about it. We are done with the final configuration file and now are ready to deploy. In the terminal, ensure you are in the root directory of your folder and run gcloud app deploy. Select the region to deploy. I am going ahead with Asia East 1. This will take about a minute. Now, let's copy this URL and see the application live on App Engine. As we can see, the application is running successfully. Do ensure one thing, that you have included a start script in the package JSON like this. Now that the application is live, let's see how we can make changes and redeploy the application. After that, let's view the logs of our application to ensure all is well. Let me go to the index.js file and quickly add a log to the root route. Done. Let's redeploy this. Like before, run gcloud app deploy, and this time you won't need to select a region. Once it is deployed, just copy and paste this command. We are now streaming logs live from our service. Let me go to the browser and reload the application. We can now see that the logs are streaming in real time to the console. So here you have it. This is how you can deploy, make revisions, and view logging using Google App Engine. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to let me know which technology would you want me to cover next. Subscribe to stay updated on new videos. See you in the next one.